Hi, this is Tina and Emily from
Hi.
Let's Face It, and we're going to do a consultation for you. It'll be helpful for our students as well as clients that are thinking about coming in. I'm the client, and Emily's going to be the artist, so she's going to interrogate me, and then I'm going to ask questions too, like I don't know what's going on.
Tina?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Emily. It's nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Well, come on back. I'll go ahead and get you started in this consultation.
Okay.
So at this point, I'll take them back to their procedure room and I'll start going over all of the information that they filled out while they're getting comfortable. Tina, I see that we are in a consultation for brows today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
My brows.
Okay, great. I see on here on your paperwork that you did sign off yes to a couple of these questions. I just want to go over them with you. As far as the eyebrow growth serum, are you currently using it, or is it something that you were using in the past?
I was trying to get my hair to grow and it didn't work, so that's when I made the appointment.
Okay, great. So you're currently using it?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not. Okay, perfect. And how long ago was the last time that you used that product?
It's probably been about a month.
Okay, 1 month. Perfect. I also see here that you marked yes to using some sort of skin treatment products. Can you go into a little bit more detail as far as what kind of products you're using?
I just have like an anti-aging moisturizer I wasn't sure about.
Okay. Would you say it's more of like a retinol or a glycolic?
I'm not sure.
You're not all too sure. Okay. So at this point, I would have to just determine from their skin, evaluate it and see if I can determine whether or not they're using like a retinol product.
Yeah, but I don't put it on my eyebrows.
Okay. And then I also see here that you had a question mark as far as your face complexion goes. You weren't all too sure if you were dry, oily, T-zone, or combo.
Yeah, sometimes it's dry and sometimes it's oily.
Okay, so I'd probably say that you're a little bit of a combo here. So you have a little bit of a mixture of oiliness throughout the face. Now after that, I'll go into the consultation portion of what the client is wanting as far as brows go. Now that we've gone over all of this information, tell me what you're thinking for your eyebrows. Is this how we normally wear them on a daily basis?
Yeah, the email said to just wear your makeup like you normally do, so that's what I did.
Well, I love the color that you're choosing. I would probably stick to something that's pretty similar once it's tattooed.
The color-wise, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I like the color that you're using.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too dark.
No, we won't make it too dark. Now, initially when we get done with the procedure, you might notice some darkness when it comes to your brows. Once it does heal, it heals about 20 to 40% lighter than the initial procedure. Now, as far as the technique goes for your eyebrows, did you have anything in mind? Have you done any research as far as techniques go?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So technique-wise, we have a few options. We offer microblading, combo brow, and powder brow, along with ombre brow. The microblading, it just indicates that we're making little hair strokes into the skin that mimic hair strokes. With the combo brow, it's the combination of microblading and powder brow. So I'd be microblading the front portions of your eyebrow, and then it would gradually just turn into a soft powdered effect from the arch and down into the tails. Then we also have our powder brow and our ombre brow. And the only difference between those two is with the ombre brow is that there's some slight fading the closer you get into the front portions of your eyebrow. So based off of your skin type itself, I would probably say that you're more of a better candidate for a combo brow, powder brow, or ombre brow.
Well, do you have pictures? Because I don't really know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So at this point, I usually bring out one of the Let's Face It books that we have on hand, just to give the client a better idea of what I'm thinking for them personally. That way they'll have a better visual as well once it's done and over with. Now that you've seen the book, you've determined that you're wanting to go with?
I think something natural. If you think a combo is going to look better, I think it's fine.
Okay, great.
Try that.
We'll go ahead and we'll mark that in your file that you're wanting to go with more of a combo brow look.
So does it hurt?
So as far as the pain goes, I can't guarantee that you won't feel anything. We do use numbing cream throughout the procedure though. So we'll start initially with a topical numbing cream. Once I take it off, we'll do the mapping and the drawing process. After that, we then get into the actual procedure itself. That's where the secondary numbing cream comes into effect. Do let me know if you start to feel a little bit uncomfortable throughout the procedure. Your comfort is my comfort as well, so I want to make sure that everything feels good for you.
So like, how bad does it hurt?
Everybody's pain variable is a little bit different. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, on average, people are usually at like a 3 out of 1 to 10 scale though.
Okay, I guess it should be okay.
Yeah, and like I said, just let me know along the way. There's been times where people have even gotten so comfortable that they've fallen asleep during the procedure. So I think you'll do just fine.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions for me about the procedure itself?
So what can I expect it to look like afterwards?
So initially, what you'll see at first when I pop you up and you see yourself in the mirror, they will be a little bit darker than what you're expecting.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna need to like take off work for a week and
No.
hide?
You won't have to take off work. People usually go back to work the next day. A good suggestion would be, if you're concerned about the brows looking too dark during the healing process, is just to wear a little bit of extra makeup around the face, just to try and balance out those dark tones that you're seeing so they're not too bold. It's usually around the 7-day to 10-day mark that any sort of darkness that you are seeing will start to lighten up.
So when am I gonna look normal?
You'll look normal around the 10-day mark, like I was mentioning, yes. Now during the healing process itself, you will notice that it will be even extra darker just because it does oxidize. Sometimes it can be light and dandruffy. For others, it can be a little bit thicker. What that looks like, it just depends on how you personally are taking care of it as well. So sticking to the aftercare instructions that I provide you afterwards will help with the healing process.
Gotcha. Okay, and you'll go over that with me?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. In another video. Is it just like a one and done? And then
for some people,
I don't have to come back ever, or what?
For some rare situations, some people do not have to come back. I always suggest just tentatively setting up a follow-up appointment. It just allows us as the artist to see within a few weeks how you healed, and if we need to make modifications to the shape or even to the color itself, if we're needing to make it darker or thicker, etc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, speaking of shape, I'm like, how do we decide what's gonna look right?
So I do go off of a golden ratio as far as your eyebrows go. It just, the golden ratio helps with measurement and balance of the facial features itself. I will always make sure that you are part of the shaping process. I do not make anything permanent without your permission. So if there's anything that you do not like about the shape, just let me know in advance and we'll make some modifications along the way. If I'm making modifications to the shape of your eyebrows and you're seeing that the shape is not something that you personally would wear, just let me know.
Okay, so you let me look at it before you...
Absolutely, yes. I'll make sure that you see it before we make it permanent, and if there's anything that you do not like about it, you just let me know.
Gotcha, okay. Well, that's good. So, well, I guess my last question is probably how much does it cost?
So cost is a variable depending on who you see as an artist here at Let's Face It. We have artists that are more advanced, and then we have artists that are more so in the apprenticeship phase. So it just is all based off of who you see as far as the advancement goes and their criteria.
Okay, and then if I come back, is that included?
The
if I have to come
follow-up,
back?
so the follow-up is actually $100 for a touch-up, and then anything after that is an additional $100.
Okay, so in a couple of years, if I come back, it's $100.
So the initial 1 to 3 month touch-up is $100. On average, we usually see our clients back between 1.5 years two years, even 3 years down the road. Those color boost refresh appointments, those cost $350, and by then you usually need it just because the color has faded, and usually we just are going back in and reinforcing that color and that shape to what it was.
Right, and that depends on who sees you too. So
Yes.
your price is $350, but there's a range
Okay.
of different prices. Okay, good. Well, I think we went through most of the questions most people ask us to kind of help everyone to get a little bit more informed about what to expect when they come in. Every consultation is going to be a little bit different because everyone has a different need and may have more questions. So the consultations are free. Feel free to schedule a consultation with as many people as you want to just get to know us and who you feel the most comfortable with. I mean, we didn't talk about the color, which is, we did mention I don't want it too dark, which is what most people say, and they actually will use a lighter color than they're usually happy with just because they're scared it'll be too dark, and then when they come in for their touch-up they want a totally different color, which is not the best way to go because then you usually end up paying for an extra touch-up that you could have avoided if you had just bring in the color that you're used to. Typically we'll try to match the eyebrow hair color, but we can go darker, we can go lighter depending on your features and shape. So we don't, I personally don't pick the color out at a consultation because that's part of the actual fee, and I don't typically draw the eyebrows on during the consultation because that could take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour depending on who does it. So that's included in the fee of the price of getting your brows done. So you just have to trust the process and look at lots of pictures. We have a lot of pictures online on the website, and we have books here in the office that you can look through. Any more questions or thoughts? And we'll just call it a wrap.
All right, perfect.
Have a great day.